coming here, I was so anemic that I had to take iron infusions, and that raised my hemoglobin levels. But it just raised it for and then it starts coming down. Okay. So when I came here and he put me on the treatment, the lifestyle, which included diet and homeopathic medicine.
Holistic lifestyle.
Holistic lifestyle. What happened is after a few months, I don't know how long it took, but it obviously takes time. But my hemoglobin levels for the first time was back to normal. Normal for men is 13 and above, right? Okay, it was about 14 without any supplements. Okay,
and without any iron and without
any. Now this is healing because your body is doing it now. Okay, if the supplements or the infusion is doing it for you, that's temporary. But this is healing. This is what you call healing.
Thank you for coming, because I like to other people to know and to share. I ask you to share your experience on holistic lifestyle and on holistic treatment, and for your condition, and I know you involve a lot of member of family and friends, and why does it happen? How does it happen? And something which is behind the consultation. All right, on the consultation we're talking about pain, we're talking about conditions, symptoms, but what is such a transformation of life from using medicine so many years, and because I'm a medical doctor and at the same time I'm a holistic one, to convert medicine to consider health priority, not sickness, to care not about sickness but to care about health. Not prevent sickness, because the moment you prevent sickness, you're still in direction of sickness. And people, the moment they worry, definitely they get it, because it is intention. Doesn't matter, diabetes or COVID or whatever. But that is even in time of COVID, when the people worried about COVID, you need to understand where is your intention. So talk a little about what happened to you, how does it happen, just not only for yourself, not for me, but for let other people realize that in the world exists totally different line of medicine, which is called holistic, which is designed in UAE, growing up 20 more years, gets a high reference, high respect, and I'm really proud about my patients, what the results they achieve.
Yes. Okay, I think I'm in a good position to talk about this topic because, as you know, I've been a Crohn's disease patient. I've had Crohn's disease since childhood. And because I've gone through all the medical treatments related to Crohn's disease, I know everything about modern medical treatment of chronic diseases like Crohn's disease. I've gone through that. I've experienced it.
Not 1 year.
Not 1 year. I mean, I tried it thoroughly for at least 15 years. 15. I think it was a bit more as well. So I followed all the treatments. I was regularly visiting my doctors, going through all the tests.
Doctors.
Doctors, because I even traveled to different countries to seek treatment. I went to the United States. I went to the UK. And I had surgery in the United States. I came back here. I thought I was cured because, in the beginning, any kind of treatment they do, just by feeling a bit better, you think that you're cured, and then you're surprised that after a few months, the symptoms start coming back again, and you're facing the same problems. And then, I continued my treatment here in Dubai, with all the medications that were available for Crohn's disease at the time, and most of them, they were steroids in the beginning and steroid-based medications.
Even steroid you use already.
Yeah, that was the thing that was available at the time. And then after a while, you start experiencing all the side effects of those medications. And after a long time, I'm talking about 15 years, this is not just 1 or 2 years. I was very actually consistent. I was following the doctor's instructions. But
does it improve? Or?
No, the problem is not only does it not improve, after a while it makes you worse.
Even worse.
It makes you worse because the medications are so aggressive, they're so strong on the body. It doesn't, for a while it could suppress symptoms maybe, but even the
you
suppressing...
You feel it, but you still continue experience the problem.
Yeah, I mean, suppressing is just temporary, okay, so it suppresses it for a while and then it comes back, but then after a while you start really feeling the side effects. You have, like, for me, I had lack of appetite, I had weight loss all the time, I had anemia, I had headaches, I had nausea, bleeding, and everything that would come with Crohn's disease you had, and you were supposed to be following treatment, which was the best treatment at the time, and this is what you would get as a result. Okay, so
and how does it happen you came here? What's the point, if you remember?
Yeah, I do remember, obviously, of course I remember. First of all, after 15 years or more of getting treatment and not getting any results, or actually getting worse, I decided that this is not working for me, so I'm going to stop. And I didn't even inform my doctor. I just stopped taking the medications. I don't think it made me worse. The same problems. I had abdominal pain.
The same problem you was without a medication for how long?
I mean, I started without telling my doctors at least 3 or 4 years.
3-4 years?
Yeah.
And it became worse or better?
Nothing, it's the same.
Same.
Fine. Actually, it's even better because,
at least you don't have side effects.
You don't have side effects. Okay, you're used to going to the hospital for treatment, emergency. You're going there whether you're taking their medication or not. So you're used to that anyway. Okay, so it wasn't worse. But I still had the problem. So, I started doing some research and, I began to understand that there was, something called alternative medication, okay, that relied on natural remedies instead of chemical.
Which actually exists on the planet 5,000 years, and chemical medicine, modern medicine exists only 70 years.
But we didn't know about it. I mean, I didn't know about that because no doctor ever mentioned that, and we thought that the only treatment was the medical. That was what the doctors were offering. Okay? So that was the only thing we knew about. And then I started to discover that there is something else out there that other people have been using for ages and it's been working for them without
much more better.
So I thought that let me try this one. At least I've stopped that one. Let me just try something. And then you do it in a very amateur kind of way because you're not a doctor, you're not educated, you don't have any background in this field. So you're just basically trying things, okay? Changing your diet a little bit of herbs, and that actually makes you feel better. Not that you're doing the right thing, but you've just
at least you're a little more.
Yeah, I mean, if you're having like a diet which is all like junk food and sugar.
But it can happen that modern medicine doesn't give you idea what to eat, what not to eat.
I mean, I'll tell you something from my experience.
I'm a medical doctor. I always talk to the people. The food supposed to be your medicine, not medicine supposed to be your food.
I'm telling you from my experience. For the 15 years that I was getting treatment with medical doctors, not one doctor ever gave me any advice about food. And this is a problem with the digestive system. Okay?
No comments.
Not one advice. Okay, just to be fair, one doctor just once told me that because you have anemia, have red meat, and that's fine. That's the only advice on food I got.
But actually
nothing else. I mean, they just don't. Yeah, I mean, it's of course, and you're not in a position to digest red meat.
Digest meat.
Yeah, okay. So and then the basic things like anemia, they just can't treat it because they'll give you like iron pills. And it's too hard
but
for you.
But you cannot absorb food. How you can absorb iron?
But it's not just that. It causes you problems like constipation. Okay, so you have the problem of constipation, and you're already without those pills. You have problems with constipation or diarrhea or bleeding. So then the iron aggravates it. Absolutely. It makes it worse. So see that the medication they give you, it makes you worse. They don't even treat you at all. So then it started with the internet out. You have more information, more access to information, and then I started, doing some things on myself. Okay, and the difference between that and coming here, okay, is that I would say that the difference is that makes you feel better. That's an improvement. Mm-hmm. But here is healing.
Healing.
Yeah, that's the difference.
When you start to feel healing effect
over here? I mean, when I came here, I thought that I was doing a good job on myself because, I already started, an alternative treatment, and it made me feel better, and I didn't need the medications anymore. My visits to the hospitals or rest were less. So I thought really that I was doing a good job on myself. Okay, even though I used to get abdominal pain, occasionally bleeding, but I was still really satisfied.
Occasionally bleeding is good one.
Yes, it's because if you're getting it all the time and you get occasion, that's better than before. You compare your condition with. But then when I came here, you know, I remember in the first time you saw me and you said that just by looking at me, you said that.
I remember it was you dropped your wife.
I came with my wife, yeah.
And I look at you and what I said that time?
You said to my wife, you're toxic, but you are more toxic. Okay? And you know, I said to myself, that,
I remember now. I cannot hold myself. I look at you and I said, "Oh my God, I should say something. You need to come."
But you know, that means it was so obvious. Okay,
because
you could
it's
see
unbelievable.
it. Yeah, you could see it, and I thought that I was really doing a good job.
So that means from the distance it was so obvious. Now I remember.
There you go. But for me, that means that before that I was even worse. Okay? So I was like in the middle now, you know. But then when I came here, and then you started. Actually, at the time, I found out later that my body was very weak. You actually described me by saying that you are fragile. You couldn't even do any detox on me. Remember, it took me at least, I think, 4 or 5 months.
I cannot even do proper treatment, full spectrum of treatment, because this really body and health was really fragile, really.
So it was a very soft approach, let's say. It was a very soft approach.
When we start to sense the difference, remind me.
Well, you know, the way you do it is that you would normally start with detox to clean up the body, and then you go to homeopathic medication. But in my case, because I couldn't, so you started with homeopathy. But the change in the lifestyle, which included change in food as well.
It means holistic lifestyle can impact even more than medication, correct?
Of course. I mean that the lifestyle is a big element in the treatment. Okay, you can't say that I'm only going to treat you with medication or with detox. It has to be a full.
Because the idea is when you do only treatment, even with natural medicine, and your life still the same, body sooner or later come back again to the same condition. Because any chronic disease, even the Crohn, even diabetes, even hypertension, it is results of lifestyle. And when the people not realize that the life effect, chaotic life affects chronic disease. Definitely to suppressing the symptoms doesn't make any sense. To give even natural medicine, good medicine, holistic natural medicine, it still improve but come back again. Only holistic lifestyle can absolutely transform to health, because health, it is our code to live this life and to enjoy life, not to suffer life. And it is you see, you remind me about the impact, because when you do it every day in same direction, you accept it. Yeah. It's like normal. And what happened?
Yeah, but you know, when I talk about holistic lifestyle, it's not one lifestyle for everyone.
Oh,
okay?
Yes.
So that's the difference here. It's you know, it's tailor-made for everyone depending on his particular condition. Correct. So for myself, I mean, there were foods that I would consider healthy, but it turned out not to be healthy for me. Maybe it's healthy for other people. Because when you, I mean, if you want to depend on the information you get from books and internet and everything, okay, they'll tell you like raw food is good for everyone, or this food is good for everyone. But you come to understand that there's foods that could be good for other people, but for myself, I mean, raw food would kill me.
Absolutely.
Okay, because you know the digestive system is not prepared to digest it, so you have to go for cooked food, and that could be for a period of time. Then you can, you know, change that after.
I love this transformation, because generally I say, if you cannot absorb food, how you can absorb medicine? Mm-hmm. Second one, if you cannot digest food, it doesn't matter what type of food, even the best healthy food,
become toxic.
You cannot become toxin because you cannot process it. Yeah, but it is matter what you eat, but the most highest matter how you digest what you eat.
I mean, that's the first step. I mean, for me, that's when I really began to feel the difference, because there were foods that I was eating, that I was eating that I thought was good, and it's considered healthy. Okay, because it's whole foods, it's organic, but then it's still bad for you. Okay, yeah. I didn't know that. So
you know, any patient, whatever they come in and complain on so many symptoms, and at the end they can say, "Doctor, but I eat healthy." This moment, it is like red line. All right, it means it's not healthy for you at all. It's maybe healthy for your neighbors, but not at all for you, because healthy food, if healthy food for you develops such as symptoms, it's not health at all.
And when I said that, the difference between improving and healing, I'll tell you, an example of healing. Okay, there are a lot of things, but when I came here, I had anemia. I was deficient in iron. Okay. And I had that problem all the time, because when you have Crohn's disease, normally you have that because you're losing blood, your body is not absorbing, you can't digest the food, so obviously you're going to have anemia. Okay, and they never treat it because the medication, like you're saying, you can't absorb food, so you can't absorb the supplements, and it makes you worse. So when I came, and before coming here, I was so anemic that I had to take iron infusions, and that raised my hemoglobin levels, but it just raised it for and then it starts coming down. Okay, so when I came here and you put me on the treatment, the lifestyle, which included diet and homeopathic medicine, holistic lifestyle. What happened is, after a few months, I don't know how long it took, but it obviously takes time. But my hemoglobin levels for the first time was back to normal. Normal for men is 13 and above, right? Okay, it was about 14 without any supplements. Okay,
and without any iron and without
now this is healing, because your body is doing it now. Okay? If the supplements or the infusion is doing it for you, that's temporary. But this is healing. It is what you call healing. Okay, and this is just one example of healing. You start feeling everything else. Actually, you feel your body is. You feel better energy. You feel better sleep. Your digestion is better. You feel healthier, because, like you said, you don't actually focus on that part. You're focusing on the body, so you get the benefits of health together. Before, I used to feel like I would get anything that everyone else was catching, I would catch even quicker. Like flus, sore throats, allergies, coughs. You'd always have those things.
And now COVID-19 and what?
When we talk about this in our culture, we say mashallah, which is the equivalent of touching wood. You don't get those things anymore, because you're healthier. You have a better immune system.
You're not even worried.
You're not worried because your body is prepared for that.
That's it.
But what I'm saying is that especially with this COVID condition, everyone is talking about immunity. Immunity is the health.
It's side effect of health.
If you're healthy, you're getting a strong immune system, and your immunity is mostly in the gut. So that's where the focus of the treatment is always. It's not just one vitamin C injection or tablets or that. You don't get immunity for that. So these are the benefits of the treatment. You get the full package of health.
And plus, with holistic lifestyle, you come back to your natural health without any doctor even, because now you see me time to time.
That's just maintenance.
Maintenance, correct service, but not medication.
But that's one of the main difference. Like you always say that it's the modern medication, they just suppress the symptoms, because your body shows you symptoms that are the first line of defense, which is the body produces that to start defending itself.
Definitely.
And then they just stop that. Whereas in holistic treatments, you're supporting it until your body is in a condition where it is healed.
Say to me, does it affect family, relative, how they react on your progress?
First of all, whoever has ever experienced Crohn's disease, okay, a lot of people don't even believe that you can get healed improved by this kind of treatment. Even doctors, I have one of my family members who's a doctor. If he once asked me about this, and I told them, and they just don't believe it. Really, they're just not interested to even listen, because they're
not even interested to listen.
No, they just consider this okay, not interested, because they don't believe in this line of medicine. And for family members who also, it's for them, it's something strange that you tried every other treatment and it didn't work, and for a short period of time, you see.
But you affect a lot. You affect a lot. Not even yourself. It's improved. You affect family members and neighbors and friends and clans. Actually, that when I first came here, I didn't come for myself. I came for my wife. Okay, and then my son also came here. My son has Crohn's disease as well.
For my wife also, she had a condition that was quite advanced, and the doctors wanted to do surgery. And
but it was before even already.
She already had surgery, and they wanted to do another
Second
surgery on her. But that's when I came here. I came for her in the beginning, and you remember that you treated her, and she avoided surgery. And my son also needed surgery, and he avoided that. So you know, in medical terms, a patient that has reached a stage where he requires surgery, that is very advanced. Correct? It's very advanced because they've tried different medications, hasn't worked. Now this is the most advanced stage that requires surgery. So
listen, it's possible because I'm a medical doctor. I can consider, all right, this body can heal. Why not to support? Why not need to cut the body? But it's when you, and in my practice, I already know where to go, where to limit, where to take a chance and give the body to way of transformation. Because generally, if you have growing nails, growing hair, growing beard, what does it mean? It means body regenerate. Body regenerate up to last day of our life. If we support, but if we suppress, definitely body gets affected and stop to support your life. But the moment you support your life, you support your body easy can heal it. The only point you can heal it, or you trying to control sickness. The moment any modern medicine approach, it is controlling symptoms, sickness, and controlling disease. This is why you need to use tablets all your life, you need to get more and more, and the point is definitely why after that these people catch COVID or catch something else. People with obesity, with diabetes, with any chronic disease, because generally we are dying not because we get sick, we get sick because we are dying gradually. For that is, if the life so precious, you care about life, health it is effect on you, because body know how to convert banana in blood and bread, in brain after that, or convert bread in blood and brain. That is easy, without you, without controlling any doctor. And when you support, body can heal, it doesn't matter what. But when you suppress, definitely need to control after that what you suppress. But it is modern medicine so great for life-saving condition. Modern medicine so great to prevent spreading infection. This is what happened now. A government can support you in any possible manner not to develop and spread disease more and more and not to be affected. And in UAE, it's such a government which actually isolated people, and now to support grow business, to come back and so on, and we come back in activity in the clinic and everybody starts to return. The idea is humanity now in 20th century is supposed to be conscious about life and health. Because before it was rich and poor, now it is healthy and sick. But later on we'll be only conscious. Because conscious people never get sick, not by chronic disease, because it's effects of lifestyle, not by COVID, because COVID love toxic environment, same like bad bacteria, pathological bacteria, same like viruses, and so on. But the moment you care about your life, health is effect, happiness it is side effect, and success it is another side effect. But it is, instead of living life is suffering and sickness, definitely holistic lifestyle, it is transformation to convert you from chaotic life full of sickness and suffering to holistic full of health and happiness. And thank you for your experience, because as far as you affect already and yourself and family and neighbors and society, I hope this interview will affect other people who like to consider health, not suffering.
Yes, of course, and they should give it a try, really, especially patients who have gone through medical treatments that haven't worked for them. Okay, I think they
it doesn't work, definitely,
and it's not going to work. Okay, and because the approach is not right.
But modern medicine is so good in life-saving condition, when accident on the road, when it is chronic, when it is acute trouble, it's not under control of people. Modern medicine show fantastic results, but modern medicine only suppress symptoms when it is considered chronic condition.
But they know
Only holistic healing.
But the modern medicine, okay, they apply the holistic concept on different things, like see, if you look at like wounds and fractures, okay, what
Correct,
they do,
absolutely.
they're supporting the, I mean, they just put the bones
Correct.
together and the body heals
heal
it.
itself.
So,
Yes,
so
yeah.
you're just supporting the natural
Correct.
function of the body.
Correct.
You don't cut the hand because there's a fracture,
Correct.
okay, you just support it and the body does the rest.
Correct.
And that's the holistic concept, that's what you do, you support the natural function of the body and the body does the rest. I mean, I don't know what's happening inside of my body. I don't change the, like you said, the food to brain cells and lung cells and lung cells. The body does. And I mean, we're all of us are equipped with that mechanism, and it's free from God,
Fine,
So.
and actually, thanks for UAE and thanks for support to this line of medicine, because I remember when I came, homeopathy not even available, and it took for me so many years to get the activity as holistic medicine. And as far as it is became official, it is available for people. For people need only to choose sickness, suffering, health, and happiness.
It's their choice.
With consciousness.
Yeah.
All right. The moment you choose direction, body support you. The moment you choose other direction, doctor and body suppress effect. And after that, it's people's choice to be healthy or to be suffering, because it doesn't matter what the doctor said. It's you are the one who put in mouth Pepsi or juice, sugar or apple or dates, whatever. Choice is ours. So that is, if you live life consciously, health is happy.
And this treatment, because a lot of doctors say that they can treat you, okay, but the doctor that is right is the one who delivers the results. And as a patient, this is what you want. I mean, a lot of doctors might tell me, yes, I'll treat you, the other one will tell I'll treat you, but the one who treats me is the one has made the genuine claim, That's
so
the
much.
result. I mean, the result speaks for itself.
Thank you so much. But actually, when the people ask me, are you treated diabetes, are you treated asthma, are you treated allergy? I say, please, I don't treat anything, I restore your health. You choose. You need to do treatment and have effect of the condition all your life, or you restore health and you forget about any sickness. Choice is yours. But it is definitely holistic is solution for evolution of humanity, because holistic support grow consciousness. Health, happiness happen if you are conscious. Thank you.